Jim, kind of tell us what is cancel culture? What does it mean? How does it benefit Fresno? Is it good? Is it out of control? Uh, Chandler Airport is on the chopping blocks too. So take it away, Jim.
Thank you, and thank you for having me here today, Darius. Cancel culture is a term that is in vogue right now. Social media uses it. People, sometimes celebrities, they say something and they get canceled on social media, then politicians and others. And then now it's been broadened to anything that we want to change, monuments, changing names of certain buildings because of past perceived slights. But if you look at this cancel culture, we've always really had it, right? I mean, we've forever we've been banning books. That's cancel culture. I mean, Grapes of Wrath, Reefer Madness. You know, the film Catcher in the Rye. And we could go on that. Pete Rose, should he be in the Hall of Fame? No, he's been canceled from the Hall of Fame because we didn't like the way his lifestyle. You take even at Fresno State when I first started, Randa Gerard, who was a professor who said some things about Barbara Bush when she passed, and the conservatives wanted to cancel her. They wanted her fired. They wanted her out of there. Interestingly, on that, Roger Stone said the same things at the same time about her, but he got a pass because he was on the conservative side. So oftentimes the cancel culture is your point of view and where you are on it. I think even my good friend Gary Butterfield, didn't he want to cancel the Grizzly Fest with Snoop Dogg at Woodward Park? It's all your point of view. Now he's going to say that wasn't that, but other people will say that. And the point I'm trying to make is that it's how you view this. So as we come to the monuments, we're in the South, and now we move across the country and talk about some things happening in Fresno with the names of some buildings and museums. Is that we need to have a broader, thoughtful discussion of all this before we take a position.
Thank you, Jim. Gary, your perspective. I know you were on 8 different talk shows today, from national to international to here local. What's your perspective? And at least from the dais, although you're not on the dais tonight, but what is your perspective on this?
Well, I appreciate Jim's comments, and yeah, we are longtime friends. I disagree on a couple of points. First of all, you mentioned the Grizzly Fest. That wasn't cancel culture. Grizzly Fest was they wanted to come to Woodward Park. Neighbors complained about it. It's never been done before. They paid $100,000 for the privilege, and we felt they should remain where they were in the downtown area, which we all support. But it was approved anyway. That's fine, but that's not exactly, to me, the same thing as cancel culture. Cancel culture today is really when you disagree with someone, usually on their political orientation, and you want to erase their ability to speak their mind, hold a job, hold office. We've seen that now with the former president of the United States, who got his complete social media platforms erased. He wasn't able to communicate on any of them. This was the guy who had the nuclear codes, who could blow up the world. But Twitter and Facebook said, no, he's so dangerous, we don't want him to be able to tweet anymore. We see now people who have said that if you worked for the Trump administration, we'll make sure you never work again. That's cancel culture. We have city council members who put out to the Historic Commission, we want you to find all the quote, racists and bigots that are named after streets, buildings, and they came back. I don't know what their experience is in doing this, but they were the racist police and came back and said, Chandler Airport and Muke's Home, got to cancel those people. They can't be anymore. In San Francisco, Abraham Lincoln and George Washington, their names are erased from schools now. Of course, Abraham Lincoln, who freed the slaves, he had to be canceled. So cancel culture is a terrible thing. We should be able to welcome ideas, even if we disagree with them. That's what the First Amendment is all about. And really, I know Jim mentioned that it was, Roger Stone who got a pass because he was a conservative. The reality is the left always gets the pass. The liberals get the pass. They have selective outrage. They were able to be outraged about what happened with the U.S. Capitol. We all condemn it. It was absolutely horrific, and those who did it should be prosecuted. But they're very selective and silent when all of the riots and looting was going on across the country during the summer. Selective outrage and cancel people that we disagree with. That's the cancel culture that I'm talking about.